Hi folks, welcome to day 42. Today we're going to be mapping out the end of this trimester and seeing what everything looks like. Alright, so today is Tuesday. Today you will be taking a short survey at the end of this, which I'm expecting like the correct answers that will be, like the answers will be in this video, alright? But I really want to make sure that y'all are getting the information from this video because it's super important. Alright, so that's what we're doing today. Make sure that you're using your MyBethel, otherwise you won't have access. Alright, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday of this week, we will be reviewing. Alright, that's going to be like our, kind of like a final, but like, I'm not going to make you test, I'm just going to make you review it. Alright, so there will be like daily assignments just like normal through the end of this week. Friday is the 29th. Alright, the 29th is your last day of required work. Now, I say it's the last day of required work, even though we do go through the 19th of June. I say it's the last day of required work because after that day, everything after that is optional if you have already turned in all of your assignments and taken all of your tests and quizzes. All right? If you have not taken all of your tests and quizzes and haven't done all of your assignments, you still have more work after the 29th. So let's talk about it. All right. So you have some opportunities to either make up some credit or to do like extra credit. So let's go ahead and start with your weekly quizzes. So your weekly quizzes were open for a day, and then after that day, if you didn't do them, they closed. All right. And so then right now you have a 0 in the grade book. Well, what I'm going to do is for your weekly quizzes, if you have a 0 in the gradebook for one of your quizzes or less than half credit, then I'm going to be opening up quizzes for credit. There is a reason why I'm not an English teacher. All right, so quizzes will be available for half credit. That's only for students that scored worse than half credit on their original test or on their original quiz, or for people who didn't take any of the original quiz. All right. For your tests, you can do test retakes according to the retake policy. So remember, you shoot me an email and say, hey, Ms. Kessler, I'd like to retake this test or that test, right? And be specific, like the Chapter 7 test or the Chapter 8 test or like the Chapter 52 test, whatever. All right, make sure you're being specific about what test you want to retake. All right, and keep in mind that I give individualized feedback to each student. So I go in, I see what questions you got wrong on a test or a quiz, in this case, like a test for my advanced algebra, tests and quizzes are different. But, so you'll email me, say that you want to retake a test. I will give you feedback on all of the questions that you did wrong. However, that feedback takes me time to go and look it up. All right, so if you email me, expect that it'll probably be about a 1-week turnaround from the day that you email me to the day that you'll get feedback on your test. Depending on my week, sometimes that might be a little bit less than a week. Sometimes it might be a little bit more than a week. All right, but it will take time because I do give you individualized feedback, all right, on all of the questions that you got wrong. In addition to the quizzes and tests, I'm also going to be allowing for projects and papers. So these are just going to be like generic extra credit assignments, okay? Now with these project or papers, you can't just do them on anything you want. And you can't even do them on any math topic you want because I'm focusing on third trimester here, right? So that means you can do a project or paper on anything we've covered, all right, this trimester. Whether that's simplifying radicals, whether that's polynomials, right? Anything that we've covered this trimester, you can do a project, meaning like a slideshow, or a paper, all right? If you didn't want to do a slideshow, you could also do like a poster or something creative. If you're worried about that, or if you have any questions about that, shoot me an email, all right? But these are going to be your main ways of earning like traditional extra credit. There will also be there will still be new content posted every day. All right. Now this new content that I'm going to post every day is going to be in a new module. Now, in this new module, I'm going to be posting daily content that's supposed to prepare you for next year. So this is extra content that is going to make you more prepared for your geometry class and more prepared for your advanced algebra / geometry class, like depending on what class you're taking next year. All right, so I wanted to spend some time working on that and that module, right? So I'm going to be posting our daily assignments after this week, just like normal. But that module will be will take you all the way through your daily assignments and will result in a final test if you want it to. All right. You don't have to go all the way through the module. However, if you want to take the test on the module, you must complete all of the assignments. All right, those are all prerequisites before you can even take the test. All right, so let's talk about due dates because I know that that's important. So anything from days 1 through 45, and day 45 is the 29th. All right, that's this Friday. So anything from days 1 through 45 must be turned in by June 12th. That's because that's all of your required work. I need to be able to have enough time to grade it. And so that way I'm giving myself a week from the due date till the end of school when my grades are due. You have 1 week to, or that way I have a week to grade. Now you have 3 weeks to get days 1 through 45 done. All right. Most of you are already on track to do that. All right. Most of you have been keeping up with our day-to-day videos. Some of you are behind because you decided not to do anything for 3 weeks. Some of you are behind because you have, personal issues, family issues, all of that jazz, whatever. It's okay if you're behind. However, I need to have all of your work through day 45 by the 12th. All right, otherwise I'm not going to be able to accept it. All right, so that is one hard, fast deadline that you need to be aware of. Everything like extra credit, I'm going to accept through the 18th. That's the current day. That might change depending on if they require like iPad pickups. All right, but I am giving you a full 3 weeks until the 12th, and it's 4 weeks until the end of the trimester. So you have plenty of time to make up anything that you want to make up. It's really important that you're not coming to me at the 3 days, you're not coming to me on June 12th, but you're also not coming to me, within a couple days of the end of the trimester. All right? Because, sorry for that interruption, but you can't come to me 3 days before the end of the term and expect that I can accept lots and lots and lots of late work and expect that I can accept all of your extra credit. All right. So just make sure that you're not putting off everything till the last minute, because if you do, and we have iPad pickups, I'm not offering any extensions. All right. Because that's not equitable, because not everyone has computers at home. Now, the final part of this video, I need to address how some of the students have been emailing me. Now, some of you have been amazing. Some of you are very kind and courteous and understanding that I am a teacher, but I'm also a person. Some of you have not. I've been receiving emails. So on Friday morning, okay, so Friday was my first non-work day. On Friday morning, I responded to all of my emails, all right, that I hadn't from the day before. All right, so there were no unread emails on Friday, and by this morning I have over 35, and these are just my emails from students. Okay, now the big thing is I have students from this class that are getting work done, but they're getting it done late, and then they're emailing me within a couple days and saying, Miss Kessler, it's not in the gradebook yet. Well, if you take 6 weeks to turn in an assignment, it's going to take me more than 6 seconds to grade it, okay? I'm a human. I'm a human grading these things. It takes a lot of time to make videos and to make notes, right? That takes more time than I normally take during a full school day, all right? This is harder for teachers than a normal school day would be teaching in a classroom. All right. So this is pretty challenging in and of itself, like this type of educational setting. I know it's hard for a lot of you too. It's not fun. Like, we'd much rather be in our classrooms. All right. Now, that being said, we're not in our classrooms right now. And I know that sometimes, like, that means that, like, some of you are treating teachers as though we are always at our computers. And, like, considering it's a holiday weekend, if you're emailing me and saying, hey, you haven't graded this thing, well, you turned it in really late. And it's a holiday weekend. I'm a human and I need a break too. All right. Like, a lot of you haven't realized or haven't been actively conscious of the fact that, like, for me, I'm a human. I take care of my family, right? I have to take care of my family every day. In addition to taking care of my family every day, I also have to do all of my daily work for my students, right? But I also have to take care of myself too, which is another really important aspect. And especially because, like, I'm immunocompromised. I also have pre-existing conditions, so I'm pretty susceptible. I've been in to COVID, so I've been inside most of the time. And it's really important that, like, you're treating teachers like you would want to be treated if you were the teacher, right? Like, that's something that's pretty basic. I try and be really, really kind to all of my students. I try and be kind in general. And just that, like, I had so many, like, rude emails from students this weekend. And you want to know the funny thing is, this weekend, I've only taken about 4 days off since quarantine began. Other than that, I've been working every single day, including weekends. All right? So it's really important that, like, you're recognizing that teachers need a break too. All right? And these rude emails need to stop. Okay? And I've been getting them from a lot of different students. And you're just, like, there are a lot of people just being rude. Okay? If, like, you should never demand something, like, you shouldn't, like, demand a test retake. You should say, hey, Miss Kessler, can I please, like, retake a test? Or something like that. Like, just something, like, remember your common courtesies. A lot of you have not been remembering those, all right? And, like, I'm a human. It wears me down just like it would wear you down if somebody is rude to you, okay? So I know that took a little bit of a detour, but it was really important to talk about. And again, a lot of you have been absolutely amazing, and I so appreciate you. It's just that there have been at least 5 students in this class that, like, have been, like, really rude for no reason, okay? So please make sure that you are treating people how you would want to be treated, all right? That's all I have for today. Make sure you're taking that survey just to make sure that you got all of this necessary content. It's going to highlight the due dates and stuff, so make sure that you have done that, all right? Have a great rest of your day.